Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. So a few days ago I posted American pancakes on my status and I got a bit of DMs asking for the recipe, so it's what I'm going to share in the video today. So let's get into the ingredients. So basically what you need is blue band or butter, you need sugar, you need an egg. I'm using one because I don't like a lot of eggs in my mixtures, but you can use 2 or 3 eggs. I'm using just a milk and I'm using flour, and basically that is it for the ingredients. So the first step is melting the butter. I'm using the saucepan to beat whatever I need to beat in my mixture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the blue band from the tin and I will transfer it to the saucepan and then I will melt it. After melting it, I will let it cool for some time. So you'll see that in like the next step. So for the next step, I go in with the egg. I'm going to beat my egg and mix it in the butter. Make sure that the butter cools first before you add the egg, otherwise it's going to cook. So you have to wait for the butter to cool and then you add the egg. So the next step is you go in with the milk. I just pour a little bit of milk and mix, because now we're going to start the step where we're going to put the flour. So you just mix this. So the next step is we go in with the sugar. You measure the number of spoons that you want, and for this I only put 2 spoons of sugar. Now, pay attention to this next step, because this is what the trick to making good American pancakes is. It's always in how you mix the flour with the egg mixture and the milk. It has to be in variations, and you have to be very careful on what technique you use to beat. Now, if I had a metallic sieve, I would have used a sieve, but I don't have that right now. So I'm going to use my hands. But when you decide to use your hands, you make sure that you spread out the flour. You don't get a portion of the flour and just pour it into the mixture. You have to use your hands to sort of make sure that it's around the mixture and not just one lump of flour. So when using the wooden spoon to mix, you make sure that you use only one clockwise motion. If you've decided to go clockwise, you maintain that same movement throughout the making of your pancakes. If you decide to go anti-clockwise, you make sure you go anti-clockwise. You don't mix clockwise, anti-clockwise, because then what happens is that the lumps will not come out. So you'll have a mixture that is full of lumps. So you have to maintain one motion, which is the clockwise motion, so that all those lumps, if you notice, they have started to move. So the next step is you add the milk. So throughout the steps is you add the milk, you mix clockwise, you add the flour, you mix clockwise till you get a consistency that you like. So I'll show you how that is done, and then in the next steps I'll explain what kind of consistency you need to now get to the next step, which is frying your pancakes. I'm going to show you the consistency because most times people do not know what consistency they need for the pancakes. So the consistency needs to be a bit runny, but not too runny, because you're not making crepes, you're making American pancakes. So it has to be runny and not too thick, but what you're aiming for should be something smooth. That's why when you're mixing, you have to make sure that you're beating the mixture to make sure that you get something that is a bit runny, like you see in the video. So our next step is to pour this mixture into a plastic cup. You can use a jug if you have a jug at home. I don't recommend a glass. I don't think a glass will help you achieve what you want to achieve. So you pour it in the plastic cup or a jug. Another question that I get is when it comes to the frying. So when you're going to fry, you pour you remember the mixture in a cup. We now pour it onto the pan, but you make sure that you're focusing at the center, and you keep at the center till you get the shape that you want, and then you stop. So that is how you get the circular form of the pan. You do not use a bowl to measure. It's as easy as just pouring the mixture on the pan. Also, another question that I got is, do I use oil? No, I do not use oil for my American pancakes because there's already butter. So I just have a non-stick pan and my mixture, and that is all that I do. So how you know that it's slowly getting ready for you to turn it over is that it will begin to show holes, and then that shows that now, it's time for you to turn it to the other side so that the other side can also cook. So basically that is how you do the cooking.